All right. All right, guys. So let me move on past knowing where to sow your financial resources. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. We're going to talk a little bit um, about having, let me do my technical post, and then we're going to close out with me kind of popping off just a little bit. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen really quick. And we're going to rock it out. We're rolling over $27 trillion in debt. So if our country is in debt, and then as you guys saw from the 2023 credit card statistics, the individual people in the country owe credit card debt of $925 billion. We're just a reflection of our country. Everybody is just spending without sitting down and holding themselves accountable to their decision making. So while I'm here talking to you guys, are we going to blame the country and say, oh, I'm in debt because this country, I'm making poor decisions because of this country? Or are we going to say from today's show that, oh, Folasade showed me that I'm in control over my debt? I chose to get that credit card. I'm the one that's not in control over my spending. I haven't identified my wants against my needs. Because regardless if the country's in debt, that doesn't mean that we have to be in debt. Okay, guys. So that video I did in July of this year, and and during that time we were at 900 and something $billion in credit in total debt. Right now, credit card debt. Now we're at over $1 trillion in credit card debt, guys. Why am I bringing this up, guys? We don't have to keep up with the Joneses for Christmas. Nobody knows if your kids got anything for Christmas as long as they're not boasting. Now, I'm not saying deprive your children, but one thing that I learned as a parent, and the way that my mom raised me, I don't know how y'all parents raise you guys, but I've been honest throughout my journey. I never faked the funk when we didn't have money. I would tell the kids, or when we were on the budget, I would keep them in the loop. When I had to keep them under a certain amount of money in terms of budgeting and spending, I let them know, hey guys, we're on a no spend week. Hey guys, we're on a budget month. Hey guys, we can't spend. Hey guys, this is what we need to do alternatively. So right now, we have all of this credit card debt that's accumulating. The government is shoddy right now with all of the debt that they're accumulating, but we're not in control over what the government's doing. We're in control over what you and I do, right? And so the first thing I need you guys to do is stop. We're going into 2024, right? Let's stop keeping up with the Joneses. Let's stop keeping up with the Joneses, because I fully believe in my spirit that if a lot of you guys were very comfortable with who you are in your core, without designer, without being flashy, without having a party, without having to spend to be around a certain group or to look a certain way, then our credit card debt will be slashed in about half. Now, some of you don't make enough money, but paying for things on a credit card will never allow you guys to get afloat if you never make more money than what you spend. So this is why a budget is key, guys, because regardless of how much money you make, you're in control. You see it, okay? So the first thing I need you guys to do is let's stop keeping up with the Joneses. And I see this here. I don't really see it that often here in my area, like my house. But I did notice, like, if somebody else get a new car, somebody else tend to get another car, like exactly directly across from them, or the next house over. I don't know if it's because they needed a car as well, or if they like, oh, well, I don't know how they're affording it. We should be able to get a new car too. We should be able to afford it or whatever. But I know that's what they do, because some people, they look at you funny when you coming out your house, right? And so don't keep up with nobody Joneses. Let them burn in debt on their own, guys. Let them compete with you. We don't compete with people. They compete with us. And since they trying to compete with us, let them accumulate debt, okay? We do our thing. We buy what we can afford, and we treat ourselves when we worked hard, but we don't need designer clothes to make us who we are. All right. We don't do that. 2024 is all about you and I, and we do things based on us, not what the community says that we should do or our friends. Okay, I see it all the time. Let's be honest. It's always one girl in the girl group that get the BBL first, and then guess what? Her other friend get the BBL. The third friend get the BBL. The fourth friend get the BBL. And then it might be one friend that they end up not talking to because they think they're better than her because she didn't get the BBL. That's what I'm referencing for. You're getting stuff because it looks good or it looks shiny on somebody else. Let's not do that in 2024. You got people dying on the surgery table. You got people dying on the surgery table to look good. You got people not even paying their bills. Y'all got people out here slutting for it. It's a mess. Okay, let's stop it. I was just using the BBL just to give you guys some context of that, keeping up with the Joneses mindset. So that's the first thing, guys, we need to stop doing. The second thing we need to stop doing is being concerned about how we spend our money. If you are a coupon clipper, clip your coupons, Pooh. If you like to save money on your apps, save your money, honey, on your apps. If you like to use Groupon and get discounts to go places, clip your Groupons, print them out, honey. Okay, don't worry about what people got to say. If you know you want to do XYZ and it's a coupon, it's a promo code, it's a special going on, you don't have to act like the rich bitch and be like, oh yeah, I don't do that. Go ahead on and get your coupons. Go ahead on and get your savings, because for every dollar that you guys don't pay them corporations, it's a dollar back into your household. So number one, let's stop keeping up with the Joneses. Number two, don't be ashamed to use coupons, promo codes, and sales. But don't use those coupons, promo codes, and sales just to buy. But if you know it was something that you needed, you know it was something that you worked hard for, if you know you and your girlfriend's going somewhere and you don't want to pay full price for something, get a Groupon, get a coupon. It don't matter. And if they have something to say, that shows you how frivolous they are about their money. And if they try to say, oh, well, you shouldn't have came out with us if you can't afford it. So me taking advantage of a promo code that the company end up setting up says that I can't afford nothing. Don't be ashamed, guys. We're in 2024. We're about to go into 2024. Take advantage of every promo code, every sale. Guys, like I remember I said I was a no eat. I messed up one time last week. I did order food one time last week. But I did good. I didn't do no, I did do Uber Eats. But guess what I did, y'all? I found the promo code. I did good, right? I did splurge because I was trying to do no eat out last week, right? But at least I ended up getting a coupon. So I was bad, but I ended up still saving a little bit because my regular little food would be like $40. But with my coupon, it was only $22. So I did save, but don't be like me and still do it. Try to be a little bit more disciplined. But what I'm saying is don't be ashamed to clip your coupons. No one is above it. If the company is offering it, take it. Okay? Because I see y'all out at brunches and I hear y'all friends. I'm the nosy person. I never be really in tune with everybody. I be listening to everybody because I pay attention to society. I have to hear the conversations. I like to see people cards get declined, not to laugh at them, so I can do my own data analysis, right? So when I'm out, I'm hearing the girlfriend conversations when she walk away. They're like, oh, she's always cheap. Why did you invite her? Don't worry about it. When they see that you got 10,000 more in your bank account because you clip coupons, they're going to ask you, boo, how did you save all that money? What did you do to save that money? How did you save all that money? I'm running out. I'm broke. That's what they're going to say. But you, because you wasn't ashamed to not keep up with the Joneses, number one, you wasn't ashamed to clip your coupons, number two, you ended up saving more money than them. Because the goal, guys, is to make really good money, but it's to keep the majority of your money. And if the money, as soon as they hit your bank account, it's going right back out to bills, it's going right back out to your wants, then how are we able to save and invest? So that goes into number three. I need us to be disciplined on saving and investing in this 2024. It is literally so much uncertainty, guys. The IRS is increasing interest rate for late payments and estimated taxes and late filings. And every bank is trying to figure out some loophole. Every loan, every credit card company is trying to figure out how to bill you guys more. And so the only way that you guys can stay afloat is if we try to save. And the only way we can really save is if we make more money or cut back. We have to save. And for all of you that have a couple of thousands of dollars saved, that's not enough. Because let's say you got 20,000 saved. Pat yourself on the back, first of all, because a lot of people don't have that, okay? But is that 20,000 enough for you to maybe buy a rental property? So you might as well keep on saving so you can eventually buy a rental property when everybody starts foreclosing. So we have two goals here. One person, some of you may be saving so you can have your fallback account or your hard money account or your savings for hard times or your 6 months of emergency fund or whatever the case may be. And then some of you, because you already have your emergency fund and all of those things, you should be saving to invest. And not just invest in stocks. I'm talking about actual real estate, actual gold, things like that. Because the market is going to eventually tank, guys. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to pull it off. They've been successfully able to extend it for literally 2 years now. So how much longer? It's going to end up bursting soon. I just don't know which way it will be. But in the end, it's still going to impact real estate in some way. Either the interest rates are going to go higher. They might go lower. We don't know. And then a lot of people are already behind on their vehicles. They say that the average vehicle owner is 60 days behind on their car payments right now, based on the statistics. Okay? So we're not keeping up with the Joneses in 2024. All right? We clipping coupons and we're not ashamed of how we save money. Another site, guys, I use is Travel Zoo. And I like Travel Zoo because they have like the fancy type of coupons, like the Ritz-Carlton. And like here in my area, I like the Watergate Spa, right? But the Watergate Spa, guys, is steep. I'm not even going to tell y'all the price. It's steep. So guess what? When it was on Travel Zoo, I got my spa. Now it's not on Travel Zoo. I went to look at the prices the other day and I'm like, and I didn't buy. It's too much. I went on Travel Zoo to see if they had it. They didn't have it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to invest. So travelzoo.com is a good place to get like high ritzy in like hotels and spas and things like that for my girlies that still want to spend but want to save. Don't be ashamed. Okay. And then number 3, guys, we need to invest and save for 2024. And a lot of you have dual purposes. Some of you are investing to build your emergency fund. Some of you are saving to build your emergency fund. And then some of you are saving to invest down the line. Okay. Regardless of what it is, guys, we have to be a little bit more disciplined in this country. And I asked you guys, when I first did that video in July, I asked you guys, let us be disciplined so they can see, holy cow, if we're saving, if we're doing things right, they really don't have no choice. See, right now, America could get away with having all of this debt and having a low credit rating and all of those things, because if you look at it, that's common in our society. But if the majority of us have very good credit, a savings, and we're very responsible with our finances, you think the government is going to be able to get away with not doing, being responsible? No, they're going to be embarrassed, especially when they go read the statistics and see that we're saving more and they're still spending and not getting in control. They're going to look stupid eventually. We have to be the example now, guys, okay? So let's go ahead on and save to invest or save to survive, okay? Number 4, guys, and some of y'all gonna be mad when I tell y'all this. Some of y'all gonna have to go get another job. Or some of you guys gonna have to monetize your gifts because you're not making enough money. Stop using the credit card. Stop borrowing money. You can never borrow enough or use the credit card enough to cover you not making enough. If you have to go and get a certificate, go and get a certificate. You gotta have to get a certification, go get a certification. If you have to take some project management courses, go do that. Whatever the case may be, guys, we have to now look at the numbers. Stop being afraid. Put at the top of your document. And I showed you guys this a few weeks ago when we were closing out the year. You put your total income and then you list all of your expenses. If you don't have enough income to cover your expenses, then you need to either do one or two things: make more money or cut some stuff back. And see, I was deprived when I was building my company. I don't really want y'all to be like me and be deprived. Like I literally couldn't splurge on nothing for almost 10 years. And it was, now when I look at it, it felt like it was harder than what it was. But don't deprive yourself. But guys, you got to look at the numbers. Yes. Zillion Wax say 2024, I'm budgeting for real. Yes, so we can get rich and comfortable, guys. Stop looking at a budget as if you're being constrained or you're being arrested. You're not. A budget allows you to be able to achieve everything that you desire. So if you want to be able to afford to buy you to travel every month, put it in your budget. And if it says negative 3,000, then that means you need to make $3,000 more a month to travel. That's it. Don't be embarrassed to say, I don't make enough. Be embarrassed to stay in the state of, I don't make enough. And that's why I say you may have to monetize your gifts. And this is why I said do your strengths, opportunities, and weaknesses. Some of you may have to monetize some of your strengths just to make extra money to cover your household or to be able to save and to invest. Some of you may have to. If you're good at putting Excel spreadsheets together, doing pivot tables and massive calculations, do you know how many firms that you can reach out to help them calculate things in Excel and create Excel spreadsheets for them, and it can be proprietary to them and you sell it to them? Some of you know how to create systems and processes because you did that on your 9 to 5. Do you know how many small business owners need someone to help them create systems and processes? So this is the time, guys, to look at your budget to see where's the missing money. Are we spending too much or we just don't make enough? See, because, and this is why I prefer all my Black folks to do a budget. Here's why. Society say Black folks make enough money. We just mess it up. I guarantee you guys, if the majority of you guys do a budget, you're going to just see that you're just not making enough. And yes, you might splurge on yourself a little bit, but is that not what you're supposed to do? You work hard for your money? Shouldn't you be able to afford you to buy you something? Shouldn't you be able to travel at least once a year? That's normal. That's a normal life. That's not access, especially not to me. Because how are you going to survive knowing you can't? This is why a lot of Black people go die because of stress. Because all you're doing is working, and you can't even take yourself on a vacation. You working, and you can't even buy yourself a good pair of shoes. But if we did our budget, we will see. Like literally, guys, I know my numbers so well that I can lend you money in July. And I'm going to tell you that if I don't get my money back by September, you're going to mess me up because I know when the money is necessary, when my budget is going to fall short, when times are slow in my office, when clients pay late or don't even pay for services. You have to take all of that in consideration. If you're on a sales commission, you need to know your downtime. So that means you can hustle harder on the days that you're up. This is the time for us to know it. And then we can prove society a major point, because they just think we're reckless with our money. If you hear consumerism, black people just spend, we have no control. They just spend. And I feel it in my spirit that a lot of you just don't make enough. Or we're trying to do everything on our own. And that leads to us getting back to number 5, which is community. A lot of us are struggling because we are trying to stay away from community. We need each other, guys. Don't fall for that. Oh, I'm on my own. I can do it by myself. Miss Independent. Oh, I don't need nobody. All the guys talking about I don't need no woman. Cousins fighting cousins, aunts fighting aunts. Nobody help each other babysit. Nobody want to watch nobody kids no more, guys. This is why we're suffering, because we do not have community anymore. So rather than us paying a grandma $200 a week or $300, or $200 a week or $150 a week to watch your kids, you paying a daycare $3,000 a month to babysit your kids. But if you would have been dealing with community, then you probably would only paid $1,000. Then you can save the $2,000 per month. We have to get back to really focusing on an end goal in our community and not on an individual basis. This is why so many of our people, when they get successful, they sell out. Y'all say they sell outs, right? Oh, they make it big and they don't come back to the community. But did the community assist him on his journey? Did we? Or is he going to the community that fed him? See, because a lot of us, what I'm finding, y'all will laugh at people that need y'all to feed them. Rather than being like they were back in the day, but like, oh girl, come on, let me feed you. And see, now we need that, because there's really a lot of people going hungry. But why am I saying that? It's because when that person pop off in 5 years, then you fall off, then you're going to expect them to do unto you like you didn't do to them. So that tick for tack stuff, we have issues. We have to get back to community, guys. We need each other. Stop thinking we can do it alone. This is why we have very few millionaires in our community, because once one become a millionaire, instead of them pulling everybody else up and trying to teach them the game and the rope and everything, everybody's trying to bleed them dry. Oh, can I borrow money, bro? You sitting on it. I know you got it. You rich, you big boy. You the don. Y'all boasting this man, instead of asking them, well, what could I do to make that much money? What do I need to do for you to invest in me? And that's another reason why we don't make it, because when a person do make it and they give y'all thousands, y'all blow the money. So we think, well, dang, I might as well kept that 5,000 and invested it. He didn't blew that thing on some Chanel or some Louis Vuitton or did this or Maestros or whatever the case, and then now he need to borrow money again. If somebody give y'all thousands of dollars to invest or do something, you should not have to ask them for money again. And the next thing you might ask them is, hey, I was able to do this. Can you connect me with somebody? But we're not doing community anymore, guys. We have that crabs of a barrel mentality. And the only reason why that crabs of a barrel mentality really worked back in the day was because it really was only one Black person that got in the door. And we didn't have the freedom and, the resources for all of us to start our own businesses. But today we actually do. And what's very depressing is that with all of us having these resources to start businesses, we are still not employing our own. We have about 2.1 million Black businesses in this country. And do you know we only employ 100,000 people? 100,000. And we have 40 million Blacks. Listen to this, guys. We have over 40 million Black people in this country. And Black businesses only employ approximately 100,000 people. So that means we are depending on other races to feed our people. We have no fight in the game. But we sitting there on Instagram fussing, bickering, baby mama drama, baby daddy this, single mother this. And y'all look so stupid to me. Y'all look so stupid to me because it also shows me that you guys don't realize that we're all individuals. You're generalizing to statistics that have no background information on it. See, yeah, you could take statistics of, oh, black people make 50,000, white people make 30, due to this, Asians make this, and then we can get a lot with it, right? But this single mama, baby drama, black stuff, what are we getting out of those? What are we getting out of it? All y'all doing is actually putting more strain on our community. And all of y'all done fell prey right into all these false prophets. All of these platforms, if it's anything that goes against the Bible, guys, they are false prophets. Every last one of them. All of them red pill, passport bros, even that lady, the women that's talking about take advantage of men for money, they ain't no man, that they all that. If it goes against the Bible, all of them are false prophets, period. I don't care if they say something good here and there. So y'all done fell prey to all these false prophets. We don't have no savings. We're drowning in credit card debt. We don't have a community. Y'all still trying to keep up with the Joneses. And we have time to be BSing on Zuckerberg's Instagram and Google's YouTube. We don't have the time, y'all. We need to be really building community and getting it together. Like, honestly, if y'all need to start shutting people down when they talk about that mess. When they talk about the separation, the division between our community, y'all need to be shutting them down. Because we have what each other need. The Black women are accumulating the vast knowledge to take our businesses to the next level, and some Black men as well. If you put now the knowledge of what we're gaining in corporate America and teach that to our Black men, or you support your Black husband, or you support your Black cousin or whatever in his business, and he's serious and hustle and have the grit and the consistency and the discipline. See, because he may not have all of that, because he's so focused on what? The worldly things, that he inconsistent, that he not disciplined. So we scared to invest in him because of those things. So we have problems across the board, guys. But talking about this baby mama, all this drama online, it's not flying for me. I'm embarrassed for y'all. Like, I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing because we don't have enough to show for these conversations. We don't have enough. And to be honest with you, I bet you guys 9 times out of 10, if we look at the source of these conversations, them people are bums. I guarantee you, if we look at the real source of those people that's spewing all of this negativity in our community, they're bums. Majority of them. Or they probably got rich just by selling y'all soul to them. So why am I saying this? Because we need community. And for us to have community, we got to start having some thinkers. And for all of y'all that's not thinkers, put the people like myself and the people that speak or that can handle the trenches in the forefront. And y'all just support us. Stop talking online because y'all making us look real stupid. And they're building their agenda bigger and bigger against us because y'all just looking crazy right now. So I ask y'all, we going into 2024. Can we leave the baby mama drama, stepdaddy, single mother, 304s, all of those conversations that add no value to our community? It's depressing to see. And then it shows that we're stupid, because when other cultures look at our content and respond, they're like, oh no, I support my girlfriend if she have this, or I support my husband or my friend if he have this. And so we're exposing ourselves to other cultures, showing that we are not whole and we're not one. So if they know we're not whole and we're not one, do you know that they can continue on dominating us? And if you guys have this, oh, I don't care about, oh, everybody, I just care about me getting rich mentality, go sit down. Because look how far we've come. Have any one of us really have anything to show with that mindset? Oprah still don't own nothing. She don't own. Discovery own. Yes, she got money in the bank, but what else? She has no ownership, no control. Well, she owns pieces, but she don't have no control. She has no power. The only person that has power is Tyler Perry. Because what he did, he went against the grain. When y'all told him he was a slum, he wasn't going to be anything. He stayed consistent. He didn't just give up. He didn't go sell his soul to the people. He didn't just go sell his rights to his gifts to the people like y'all do. We have to stop that. So we can have some form of control. That's why Tyler Perry is highly respected by everybody in the business industry. Now, in the Black community, y'all belittle him so much, and y'all need to actually put respect on that man's name. He's did stuff that majority of us will never see ever again. And for him to be Black and brown at the same time, y'all supposed to put respect on Tyler Perry's name. Do y'all see how many people he's employing? And that's the bad part about it. His company might employ the majority of that 100,000 people. But we have enough time to talk about baby mama drama online. And we don't have savings. We have a high credit card debt. We have parents, the highest amount of almost college dropouts, high school dropouts, or people just not fulfilling their purpose. So I really challenge all of you guys, and this is where I'm going to close out, because it's nothing that we can do for you or you can do for the community, guys, if you don't know what your purpose is. Every one of us have a purpose. And let me explain something to you how purpose might work. Your purpose might be to be able to babysit somebody's kids like mine so that I can build a massive, successful business so I can help the Black community. See, some of you guys have to realize that you're not the number one. You might be the number 5, but your purpose might be to help that number 1 in the areas that she need or he need. So, for example, if you have a family of 4 and you have that one that's an entrepreneur and you got a regular 9-to-5 job, I'm not telling you quit that 9-to-5 job, but help your brother build that business. See, that's what we're not doing no more. Or help your sister build that business while you do your 9-to-5. Because that's what all the other races do. That's what all the ethnic groups or whatever y'all want to call it, okay? Y'all be so particular about things. The other races or whatever, that's what they do. That's what we have to start doing again, guys. When y'all see the chosen one in y'all family, stop fighting the chosen one. Follow them, assist them, because it's all for all of us. For every chosen one that make it, they're going to, because they're chosen by God, they're going to pull you up. Now, if they're chosen by the devil, yeah, they're not going to pull you up. But you should feel it, because a God person is going to be amazing across the board. So if you have that chosen one in your family, that success one, don't be afraid to latch on to them and let them know. And pray to your God and say, God, am I supposed to serve them? Because let me be honest, guys, if it wasn't for my aunt helping me with the kids, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. She's been with me for 6 years, guys. I wouldn't even be able to do what I do. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be at peace. When I was hiring nannies and stuff to watch the kids, I wasn't at peace. I was worried. Like I didn't want no outside family member handling my kids. So when my aunt came with me, I've been at peace since. And now I can flourish in my business. Okay? You might be the piece to that person's puzzle, but because you are afraid to let them be the lead or be the chosen one. Remember, God choose them. It's not them choosing it. It's something that's put on them that they can't stop. You see it in them. It's a glow. They hustle. They're spiritual. They loving. They're trying to pull up. You'll see it. It's a special person that I'm telling you to follow. It's not just that Flojo that's a devil, demonic person. No. It's a special person. If you see that special person, please support them.
We rise together.
Because they're the ones that's going to change our community, guys. Not the regular. And don't get offended, guys. Everybody have a purpose. But you can't really serve your full purpose staying in a 9 to 5 and not doing anything else outside of it. We got to get, that's that survival. A lot of us are getting stuck in the spirit of survival. And that's why a lot of Black people have had to do so much bad stuff to ourselves and to other peoples, because we were in the spirit of survival. And the spirit of survival is allowing us to get stuck at these jobs and get stuck not fulfilling your purpose and get stuck at not reading that book or taking those night classes or doing your certificate because you're stuck in survival. And some of you are in Section 8. Like, guys, I was in Section 8 and I told you guys that. I didn't get stuck. Actually, I was the chosen one. God kicked me out of it. They robbed me. Every time I went somewhere, they robbed me. And when they stole my computer, I said, oh, no, God, we got to get out of here. They trying to destroy my future now. And then you can try to take my bags, my clothes, and stuff like that. You can't try to steal my computer now. They stole my computer and I had to run. So when incidents constantly happen to you at jobs, right? Y'all got to see, that's how God sends signs. If you're never at peace in relationships and jobs and things like that, that's probably not your place. But because we're stuck in the spirit of survival, because we were never taught how God worked, because we never were curious to see blessings in other people. And oh my gosh, well, how did you get the courage to make that decision? That's how I am. I ask people, well, how did you get the courage to make this decision? Most people are like, oh, well, I had to pray, girl. And then he sent me this sign. He sent me this sign. And you guys are not getting that life lesson. So you're not seeing the signs to move on or to help or to serve. And I need you guys to pull that up. I need you guys to go into 2024 asking God for his guidance and his clarity and to be on your life, like literally, because a lot of you are stuck in so many different spirits and you're not seeing it. And the spirit of survival is why a lot of our Black men are going to jail, because they're stuck in the spirit of survival. So they're doing anything to survive, selling drugs, robbing banks, robbing people, stealing cars, spirit of survival. Some females are stuck in the spirit of promiscuity. I cannot say the word promiscuity. Promiscuity. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Some women are stuck in that because what? Their father never showed love, or the mother never showed love, or they were dark-skinned and never got treated pretty, or never felt pretty, or no guys never talked to them, or whatever the case may be. Guys, we need to heal all of that, and God is the only way to heal all of that. He will give you clarity. See, a lot of you probably didn't get the attention in school just so you wouldn't be fast. But you're thinking that, oh, you wasn't beautiful when God was hiding you from the recklessness that was going on in your school. Valisha said, yes, that is a spirit, the spirit of survival mode. It is. So a lot of us are not reaching our goal is because we landed in that temporary spirit, but we got stuck in that spirit. So, for example, the spirit of greed. Some of you came across a good lick. Oh, dang. If I do this, girl, I get 5,000. You did the lick one time, spirit, and you was able to squash your bills. And you was like, God, let me get it one more time. God was like, okay, I'm going to turn my eye. And you did it again. And he said, no more. And you still did it. You did it the third time. And then that's when you got arrested. Or that's when it didn't work. You were in the spirit of greed. How many of you have done so much stuff to try to make money or try to make more money? You were in the spirit of greed. It was never enough. And that's what I feel like Kim Kardashian and Cardi B right now. Both of them said that they're not happy. They're not satisfied. They haven't reached their goals. What the fuck? How do you make that much money have that much celebrity and not be comfortable? Now, everybody's goals is different. Yes, and I have big goals too. And people might say, well, you have no right to question our goals, but how much money is enough? How much notoriety? How many more Facebook followers and Instagram friends do you need to be happy? Well, Alicia said the church of Folasade. And no, see, like, guys, the reason why I mention this is because that's when we start losing our soul. We get stuck in those spirits, and that's when we lose our souls. This is why they're not happy. They've gone too far. How much money? What else do you need to buy? Some of us have gotten the spirit of laziness. Some of you have gotten in the spirit of laziness, and you haven't cleaned your house in a long time. You haven't took a full good shower in a long time. You haven't cleaned up your whole house in a long time. You haven't washed a full set of dishes in a long time. Some of you are in the spirit of, and that spirit of laziness not only rub off on your house, but it also rubs off on your success and your output. But we right here talking about baby mama drama, all this nonsense, guys, when we need to be breaking these spirits because they've latched onto our community so hard that I am so afraid, because I don't want us to be, see, because when me and my interview when I did with Charleston White, we both said that we are leading into slavery. We are. Because you guys are going to get so trapped in these spirits that as long as you're getting that feed, that spirit fed, you're going to be complacent. How many people finally make 100,000 and then instead of God going along with their God-given purpose and continue pushing to serve more people, it's not about the money at that point, continue to keep serving more people, they get complacent and get stuck because they probably didn't break their spirit of complacency. Some people, when they get to a point of comfort, because you had to be in survival mode for so many years, the moment you get a sense of comfort, you get not content, you get complacent. So guys, everything we're dealing with in this world is a form of a spirit. Everything. You get in the spirit. Everything. And most of these spirits, guys, leads between sin and temptation. So I want us to break our spirits that we have on this, that got a stronghold on the Black community. That's one of my 2024 goals. We're losing, guys. I don't care if one of us win, that is not enough. We have so much amazing talent that have got stuck at survival mode. And some of you guys in the spirit of hate, you see the chosen one. And God told you several times to help that chosen one. Because you're in the spirit of hate, guess what? You can't serve God's purpose and help them. Not even knowing that when they make it, you're going to become successful too. But why do you have to see that you will be successful too? What's that guy name? LeBron James and his manager. What if his manager wasn't humble to serve LeBron? Will he be as rich as he is? Will he be as successful as he is? No, he wouldn't. He'll be a nobody. So let's get out of these spirits of negativity that we have been able to latch onto us in the Black community. Because I can keep going, guys. The list is long. When I started to identify that all of this stuff is spirit, and some of us in the spirit of addiction. If you drink all the time, smoke all the time, you're in the spirit of addiction. A lot of us are we are in different parts, and it's okay. It's okay because we now know it. But now with 2024, at least because everybody gonna have their vices, right? But at least let's get out of survival mode, the spirit of survival mode. Let's get out of the spirit of hate. Let's get out of the spirit of greed. Let's get out of the spirit of promiscuity. I can never say that word. Promiscuity. Did I say Italy? Yes, I did. All right, Grace, you got to cut that one out. All right, somebody got to say the word for me. Then I can probably repeat it. Okay. So, yeah, let's get out of that spirit, guys. And then the spirit of gluttony. Some of you are fat and overweight. Some of you, and you're not happy with yourself. You got in the spirit of gluttony. Some of you, your house is so dirty. You're in the spirit of dirtiness, uncleanliness, triflingness. These are all spirits. Promiscuous. Okay. Promiscuous. Okay. But how you say the promiscuity, the TY, promiscuity. I can never say it. And I still didn't say it right. Coach, you are so unique. The money, the accounting piece is so deep. Yes, it all connects, guys. And here's the reason why I'm asking you guys to really look at the different spirits that we have. And then I'm going to close out for me because I got to put my babies down. If we are in the spirit of greed, right? You're never going to do anything you're never going to do anything selflessness. You're never going to do anything for God. You're never going to do anything above yourself. It's going to be always for your benefit. That's why the spirit of greed needs to be for. Okay. The spirit of survival mode needs to be broken too, because you'll end up getting stuck at a regular 9 to 5, knowing that you were supposed to be a doctor, knowing you were supposed to be a big time dancer on Broadway, knowing that you were supposed to go and be a comedian or something. Don't get stuck. Okay. The spirit of addiction. How many people control their addictions? The majority don't. They end up losing everything because they're alcoholics, get DUIs and all sorts of stuff. Okay. The spirit of promiscuity, I can never say the word, right, may lead you to have sex with the wrong girl, and then you end up getting AIDS. See, a lot of people not saying this when they telling y'all men to sleep around, or the women promoting multiple partners. It's because you can end up having that promiscuous mindset and sleep with one person, end up getting AIDS and dying, or getting a major uncurable STD. Okay. The spirit of laziness will never allow you to fully follow through with things, because halfway through you're like, oh, I just want to go back home, lay in my bed and just watch my TV shows. Okay. So it's all we gotta fight. And I ask all of you guys to identify yours. I identify mine. And this stuff you got to keep private there, especially when you work on yourself. This is not the type of stuff you publicize. Once I go through maybe my 2024 review and preparation, then I might let y'all know mine. Okay. I might let y'all know mine. But if you guys can identify your different spirits that are sucking the life out of you and sucking our community away, right? Then I guarantee you guys, we will have so much wholesomeness going on. You guys would just be happy, joy, like me, happy all the time. Like I'm always happy. Unless somebody come and deliberately, like the devil always deliberately try to send somebody to attack me. But I'm happy almost 24/7, 365. I can look at everything as a blessing in disguise. I trust God completely with everything I do. And this is the message that he told me you guys need to break these spirits. And let me close out because I did take some notes. Let me see if I can find it when I did my notes about the spirit, guys. Okay. Give me a second and then I'm going to close out. I got to get my little stuff organized too. Maybe once I get my little big book with all my notes. Hold on, guys. Give me a second, guys. I'm just looking for my notes so we can close out our spirit talk. Because I want you guys to dominate this 2024 year. A lot of us, we don't realize that we just been hit with a lot of other people's spirit too. Okay, so I'm going to just read you this. Galatians 5, chapter 5, verses 16 through 26. These are my notes that I took on November 9th this year, guys. So this session, I was taking notes about walking in the spirit, right? Because each one of us, we literally are walking in spirits. I don't care what we say. We're literally that happy spirit. I have a happy spirit. I have a spirit of happiness. I ask my kids every day. I'm smiling. And my daughter asked me, "Oh, am I supposed to be fake and happy like you?" I said, "Oh, fake? I'm not fake." Like she, and then like now, if they didn't just take their bath, now she kind of like me, y'all, bubbly, jittery, because she was fighting the spirit of lies, and I ended up having to break that. What else she was fighting? Oh, the spirit of procrastination. That's one thing I'm still fighting, guys. The spirit of procrastination. That's one of mine. And that was one of my daughters, but she's broke that. And so now she's like bubbly, happy all the time. Her energy is like mine, happy and loving and more positive. And so once you're able to identify the different spirits that are lurking around you, you can be like, oh, get away. Get away. I'm gonna be happy today. You're not gonna, man, I'm not gonna wake up like you today and be greedy. I'm gonna do what God want me to do. Let me pay for somebody food behind me. Let me do this, Okay, so here's my notes, guys. And please, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher. I'm just being obedient and opening up my private readings and my private notes to you guys. So we can break things and dominate for 2024 the way God wants us to dominate. And that's limitless opportunities. Okay. So Galatians 5 is Paul walking in the spirit. Paul is talking. Okay. It says, walk in the spirit, then you will be able to handle the lust of your flesh. Oh, so Valisha say, I lost a friend. Let me click this. Valisha said, okay. Valisha said, I lost a friend who told me I smiled too much and she thought I was laughing at her. It was very weird. Oh, girl. See? And that's a whole other spirit. That's a spirit of negativity. Okay? Okay. So walk in the spirit, then you will be able to handle the lust of your flesh. Living in the flesh goes against your spirit. So these are just my notes, guys. It's not perfect, okay? The benefits of the okay, I can't remember all my notes. The benefits of the something is evident, which are okay. The benefits of the spirit is evident, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outburst of wrath, selfishness, ambitions, decisions, heresies, envy, murder, drunkenness. I don't know what that word is. And the like of those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. And so if you look at those, all of those are different spirits: the spirit of fornication, the spirit of adultery, the spirit of uncleanliness, the spirit of lewdness, the spirit of, and a lot of Black people are facing, this is why a lot of our Black men are and women are actually going to jail, because they can't control their tongue and their emotions. And I think I said this about 8 months ago, that the government is banking on our community not being able to control our emotions and acting out outbursts of wrath. That's why the majority of our people are in jail now. Not because they deliberately murdered somebody, they didn't control their emotions. And it's all a spirit, guys. Okay? It says, but the fruit, the benefits, okay, of the good spirit, God's spirit, is love, joy, peace. Here you go, Valisha. Kindness, long suffering, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those who are Christ filled with spirit can fight the flesh with its passions and desires. People who walk with Christ's spirit don't become conceited, provoking one another or envying one another. But the people that are not walking in God's spirit, okay, and they're walking in the flesh, that are being controlled by demonic spirits, most of them are envious. Most of them, like Radisha said, her friend cut her back because she's happy. I've had that happen. Oh, you fake Folasade. How you be happy every day? I ask my kids. This is me every day. I don't need no alarm clock to get up. God get me up every day. I can go to sleep 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up at 6. So guys, I'm just doing my part, guys. So we're gonna close out the 2024 year completely wholesome. We're gonna know our income. We're gonna be independent. We're going to be leaders and not followers. Okay. We don't do what other people do. We lead the pack. Okay. You don't have to stunt like your father or your cousin or do, rubbish and thievery and all of that stuff to make money. Guys, if you are in that boat where you're so tempted to do bad, you're stuck in survival mode, please just pray. God, what am I supposed to do? And you can even bring up my name. Folasade, I saw Folasade live stream. And Daddy is so funny. He wouldn't cooperate. I saw Folasade live stream. She said I might be up. She said something about the spirit or something. And talk to him and ask him, am I operating like this? He'll tell you. He'll flat out say yes. He'll talk to you. But don't be afraid, guys, and don't let this world scare you from God. He's not this big bad wolf. Yes, he don't want us to sin. Yes, he wants us to be amazing and Christ-like, right? But who wouldn't want to be happy? Let's really start looking at the faces behind all of these platforms. These people are miserable, y'all. They're suffering. Don't fall for their trap. The fresh and fits, all of them are miserable. All of them. Every last one of them. My spirit will eat them up when I get in a room with them. All of them. Don't fall for it, guys, okay? Don't fall for none of it. I bet if we get in a room after you watch you do your work this month, right? We're doing our work. Watch if you guys get in a room with any of these boys. You can be like, and these women, you can be like, Flashlight, this was I was looking at behind the TV. Like this what I be looking at. Yes, that's and I told you she was whack. I told you she was a bum. I told you he was a bum. And I'm not saying it to be mean, but we have to expose those people that's trying to lure y'all to do negative and to not do right by God and not to be wholesome and not be right. Like literally, God, guys, I grew up in the trenches. So every day of my life, guys, I got tempted to do sin. I will walk out my street, they shooting, they doing drugs, they selling weed, they doing this, prostituting the works. Like the moment everywhere where I grew up, it was temptation after temptation to do sin, to do sin. Now where I live, my kids don't have that. You see, they're not going outside and they seeing gang banging and, people getting their heads blown off and, somebody sleeping with somebody's father to get money. And, I've even had it with like some of my best friends was getting raped by their fathers. Like it was a mess, so much sin, you guys. And I lived around it. And for me to be here to show you guys that even living around so much sin, you can make the right choices, guys. And I had to make the right choices to cut them back. It was hard. Like when they went to go do drugs and stuff, I had to go. And I'm like, because when I was growing up, boat, PCP and stuff was out. And so my girlfriend's like, oh yeah, we about to go get water and stuff. I'm like, oh nah, I never did that. I'm going in the house. And guess what? Why 2 to 3 years, y'all, they end up sprung out. Like they wouldn't even be able to sit with me. Not to be mean. See, that's the bad me. That's the little spirit of cockiness a little bit. They wouldn't even be able to sit with me, but yes, they would because I would have to bless them. But in that sense of being in my circle, no. But me being a blessing to them, yes. I will always be a blessing to them. But they couldn't be in my circle unless God told me I had to serve them. You understand? So why am I saying all of this, guys? We have choices now. You have choices to watch what you're watching. You have choices to do what you're doing. And let me give you another context before I leave. So y'all know I like my little ratchetness. I like my Now Desk TV and my zoos. I like all that stuff. I'm not perfect, right? But let me explain something to y'all. It does shift your energy. Because I have so much control over myself, I'm not going to be ratchet. I don't need to party. I don't need none of that stuff. So it don't lure me, right? But if you had a weak spirit, right? And you're operating more in your flesh, y'all can be honest. Y'all watch Zeus and all. Y'all be probably ready, like, yes, yes, yes. Y'all probably be ready to pop it. Y'all probably be ready to be like, shot it, Betty, shot it, Betty, ready. Tell me the truth. I know I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. This moment y'all watch that ratchetness, you're thinking about back in the day how bad you was, back in the day how you used to do like this, or they couldn't do it like me, you know? And so that spirit comes over to you, and then you end up maybe sleeping with a man that you wasn't supposed to be, or doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing, still in that spirit. Okay. So yeah, let's just expose the spirits so they won't control you. Okay. So if you've been attached to the spirit of greed, expose it. If you've been attached to the spirit of attachment, some of you guys are attached to people or idolize people. Remember, God don't want us to idolize nobody, y'all, at all. Not even, don't even look at me to idolize me because I'm not the one. All y'all celebrities, y'all not supposed to be idolizing nobody. They're no better than you. But the majority of you idolize celebrities. I don't care about them. They're not even in my normal conversation because they're not my friends. I have no commonalities between them outside of me wanting to do their accounting, right? That's it. But I know my place. I don't idolize none of them. And look at them. Y'all done idolize all of these celebrities. Then look at all of their marriages gone. Y'all done idolize all these celebrities. Now the majority of them broke because it was never given from God. See, and that's one thing I learned too, guys. And I think I said this ended my last live stream. See, a lot of us think that God is blessing these people. Is not. It's the devil blessing them. He will bless you with everything in this world, the biggest mansion, the biggest house, all of that. He will bless you with all of that stuff, but he won't bless you with the heart. A lot of them still, that's why their marriages are not well. That's why they're not happy. That's why they got to make 200-300 million before they're happy. And then none of them that said that they still need to make more money, I don't see none of them doing charitable work. So the reality is, guys, let's go, let go all of these spirits. In the Black community, the spirits have a chokehold on us. And I can't list all the spirits because they're all different sins. Y'all know what you're sinning about. It's only about you. Okay? Yep, it is. The heart it's lacking. So, guys, I love you guys so much, okay? This is my last live stream. I was supposed to go live for you guys next week. I will see you guys in 2024. Just to give you guys a heads up, I may be going to Nigeria this year. If I'm able to get my visa, I'm going to the embassy. If I'm able to get my visa, guys, this will be my first time going to Nigeria. So I will be vlogging. The green card baby takes Nigeria. I may vlog and show you guys around my trip. This would be an eye-opener for me, and actually necessary, because then that'll close a lot of gaps in my life and, you know, allow me to understand my culture a little bit more and connect the dots between who I am and all of those little crazy things. Yeah. So yeah, guys, so if everything work out, I will be headed to Nigeria in the next 2 weeks. And I will vlog and give you guys some behind the scenes. You might meet some of my family, friends, and you know, you see your girl get down there. Okay, now I can get down there. I ain't gonna be twerking a line, but I can get down there. But yeah, guys, I love you guys so much. I just wish that, you know, we just all start praying to God, especially us in the Black community, and let's start fighting these spirits off, guys. This is our time. This is our time. And if any of you have read the Bible, I really think you guys really truly need to do that. Because as I read, I'm really starting to believe that we are the people of Israel, the Blacks. Just the way God allows suffering to happen because they didn't learn. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm afraid that he will allow us to suffer anymore. I really think he might allow us to suffer more. Because how many more opportunities do we have? When is he going? All we need is community now, guys. We have everything. He made Zuckerberg create this for us, and Google got this. What's the last piece to his overall blessing? Us coming together as one, but we refuse. So y'all not gonna mess me up. I'm gone. I'm gone. He gonna take me. My God's grace authority. He gonna take me. But I really started to think we are the Israels in the we Israel in the Bible, guys. Because when me and the kids is reading, the kids like, there is slavery again. Oh my God, they're hard-headed, mommy. What? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, how many Black people, how many times are we being hard-headed? How many opportunities are we getting? How many more? And because we're God's, right? And God is we're going to have a little bit more trials and tribulations because we know we can, we can endure long suffering and all of this stuff. So guys, let's just do our part now. We have been blessed with so much, the internet, so many opportunities. It's now time for the Black community to come together as a community, not as one, but as a community. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in 2024. You will not see me until then. Okay? All right? I love you guys. Good night. Bye. Thank you for listening to The Money Zone on your favorite streaming site. Make sure you tell a friend and a family member about The Money Zone because you were inspired and hopefully motivated to get your finances in order. So definitely tell a friend and